Hi, I'm Ariella. Before I continue, please like and subscribe. One click from you means more stories can be shared. Help us reach 1,000 subscribers and make a difference. Let's begin. I never thought I'd come back to Millfield. 12 years I'd been gone, building my marketing career in Chicago, climbing that corporate ladder until I finally made executive at Bennington and Associates. My life was meetings, deadlines, and weekend brunches with friends who never knew me as the awkward girl from a small town. Then came that phone call that changed everything. Your mother had a stroke, Ariella. It's pretty bad. That was my Aunt Jean, who hadn't called me in years. She explained that Mom needed care, but Jean couldn't handle it with her arthritis. And just like that, my carefully constructed life was put on hold. Walking into Mom's house felt like stepping into a time capsule. Except things were off. The grandfather clock my dad restored was missing. So was Grandma's silver tea set. Maggie has been doing so well considering everything, a honey-sweet voice called from the kitchen. That's where I met Vanessa Winters, my former high school classmate who'd apparently appointed herself my mother's caretaker. Vanessa? I didn't know you were involved with Mom's care. Oh, Ariella, someone had to step up when you were too busy in the big city. Her smile didn't reach her eyes. I've been helping manage her appointments, medications, even her finances. Poor thing gets so confused now. I checked Mom's medication schedule posted on the fridge. The dosages looked wrong. Way too high for someone in her condition. These don't match what the hospital discharged her with. Dr. Stevens adjusted them. He's been absolutely wonderful with Maggie. I found Mom in her bedroom, thinner than I remembered, staring vacantly at a TV that wasn't even turned on. Mom? It's me, Ariella. She turned slowly. You came. Her speech was slurred, but the recognition in her eyes made my heart clench. Of course I came. The next day, I met Dr. Marcus Stevens, who seemed annoyed by my presence from the moment I walked into his office. Your mother's care plan is perfectly adequate. Vanessa has been instrumental in ensuring she follows it. But she's practically catatonic. Was she like this immediately after the stroke? Every patient progresses differently. He shuffled papers, clearly wanting me gone. Now, if you'll excuse me. I insisted on copies of all her medical records. His receptionist gave me a sympathetic look as she handed them over. Back at the house, Vanessa appeared with papers needing Mom's signature. Just routine stuff for her insurance. I'll look those over first, I said, taking them. Always the control freak, aren't you? Vanessa laughed. Some things never change. That night, while Mom slept, I found her financial records in the desk drawer. Bank statements showed monthly withdrawals. $3,000, $5,000, sometimes more, all starting after her stroke. In total, nearly $40,000 had disappeared. My hand shook as I flipped through check after check, all made out to cash, all signed with a shaky version of my mother's signature that didn't quite match the one on her driver's license. What the hell is going on here? I whispered to the empty room. I needed answers, and I needed them fast. The next morning, I called the family lawyer, Robert Wilson, whose number I found in Mom's address book. I need to meet with you today. It's about my mother's finances. 2 hours later, I was sitting in Robert's wood-paneled office, sliding the bank statements across his desk. These withdrawals started 3 months ago, right after Mom's stroke. And look at these signatures. They're close, but not quite right. Robert examined them through his reading glasses. I've been concerned about Maggie myself. Vanessa brought her in to make changes to her will about 6 weeks ago. Changes to her will? What kind of changes? Vanessa is now listed as a beneficiary, and there's a power of attorney document that gives her significant control. My blood ran cold. Did my mother seem competent when she signed these? Robert hesitated. She seemed medicated. I expressed my concerns, but Dr. Stevens provided a letter stating she was of sound mind. Of course he did. I slammed my hand on the desk. Can we challenge this? We need evidence of manipulation or proof that Maggie wasn't competent. I can help you access the complete medical records through official channels. By afternoon, Robert had secured copies of Mom's complete medical file and the updated legal documents. Back home, I searched through drawers and closets, documenting everything that was missing: jewelry, antiques, family photos. What are you doing? Vanessa appeared in the doorway, making me jump. Just getting reacquainted with my childhood home. How sweet. Maggie needs her medication now. I watched her prepare the pills. That seems like a lot. Dr. Stevens increased her dosage last week. She gets agitated sometimes. After Vanessa left, a home health nurse named Diane arrived for Mom's physical therapy. I'm Maggie's daughter, I explained. Diane glanced toward the door. Can we talk privately? In the kitchen, she lowered her voice. Your mother's medication doesn't match her condition. I've seen stroke patients before. She's being oversedated. Do you know why? All I know is whenever I suggest reducing the sedatives, Dr. Stevens overrules me. And he and Vanessa? They're close. How close? Dating for at least a year. She calls him Marcus when they think no one's listening. That night, I waited until Mom was asleep and Vanessa had gone home. I searched the medicine cabinet, comparing the prescription bottles to the medical records Robert had obtained. The labels didn't match the prescribed dosages. Some bottles had different patient names crossed out. I took photos of everything with my phone, hands shaking. Then I found a notebook in Vanessa's purse, which she'd left behind. Inside were notes about Mom's medication schedule, double the doses Dr. Stevens had officially prescribed, along with reminders about bank withdrawal dates and items from the house that would fetch a good price. Next to an entry about changing the will was a crude drawing of a house, my mother's house, with Vanessa's name written across it. This isn't just theft, I whispered to myself. They're slowly killing her. I couldn't sleep that night. First thing in the morning, I went to the electronics store and bought small surveillance cameras. I installed them in the living room, kitchen, and Mom's bedroom while she napped. What are you doing up there? Vanessa startled me as I was mounting the last camera. Just fixing the smoke detector. I climbed down from the step stool. It was beeping. How domestic of you. She smirked. I brought some forms from Dr. Stevens regarding Maggie's ongoing care. I'll review those later. They need to be signed today. Then they'll have to wait until I read them thoroughly. Vanessa's smile vanished. You're making this harder than it needs to be, Ariella. Your mother was doing just fine before you showed up. Was she? Because she seems heavily sedated and her bank account's been drained. Her eyes narrowed. Are you accusing me of something? Should I be? Listen carefully. I've been here taking care of Maggie while you were off living your glamorous life. You abandoned her, not me. So don't come back now acting like Mother of the Year. Get out of my mother's house. This isn't over. She slammed the door hard enough to rattle the windows. The cameras captured everything over the next few days. Vanessa stealing jewelry from Mom's dresser, forcing her to sign documents without explaining them, and most disturbingly, doubling her medication when she became too alert. I adjusted Mom's medication to the correct dosages when Vanessa wasn't around. Within 2 days, Mom was more coherent. Ariella, what day is it? She asked during breakfast. Wednesday, Mom. Do you know where you are? Home. My home. She looked around. Where's my china cabinet? Vanessa said you wanted to sell it. That's not right. I never... Her face clouded with confusion, but there was anger there too. Through Diane, I connected with families of Dr. Stevens' other elderly patients. We met at the local diner. He's been Vanessa's partner in this scheme for years, explained Martha Jenkins, whose father had similar experiences. They target seniors with assets and few family connections. They isolated my dad completely, added Tom Bradford. Changed his phone number, told friends he was too sick for visitors. I checked Mom's phone. The number had been changed months ago. Her address book was missing. Her social calendar, once full of bridge club and church events, was empty. When Dr. Stevens showed up unannounced the next day, I was ready. I understand you've been interfering with Margaret's medication regimen. You mean I've been giving her the correct doses instead of keeping her drugged? I'm her physician. You're jeopardizing her recovery. That's interesting, because she's actually improving now. As her doctor, As her doctor, you should explain why you prescribed one dosage but instructed Vanessa to administer double. Or why you declared my mother competent to change her will while she was barely conscious. His face hardened. You have no legal authority here. Vanessa holds your mother's power of attorney. A document will be challenging in court, along with your medical license. After he left, Mom grasped my hand. They made me feel crazy, like I couldn't trust my own mind. I know, Mom, but we're going to fix this. The next morning, I called Robert with my plan. We need to set a trap. Vanessa and Dr. Stevens are coming over tomorrow to try to get Mom to sign some urgent paperwork. I'll be there with the detective and have the paperwork ready for the DA. I spent the day editing video footage from the surveillance cameras, creating a devastating timeline of abuse and theft. That evening, I gathered with the other victims' families at the community center. Everyone ready for tomorrow? I asked the room of about 30 people. We've all filed police reports, Martha confirmed, and the medical board representative will be at your house. My cousin at the newspaper is standing by, Tom added. This will make front page. The next day, Vanessa arrived right on schedule, Dr. Stevens trailing behind her. Maggie, sweetheart, we have those insurance forms for you to sign. Vanessa pulled out a document that I knew was actually a property transfer. Before she signs anything, I'd like to show you both something, I said, turning on the TV where the surveillance footage began to play. Vanessa's face drained of color. What is this? Evidence. The footage showed her stealing, drugging my mother, and discussing her scheme with Dr. Stevens. You recorded us illegally, Dr. Stevens sputtered. This won't stand up in court. Maybe not alone, Robert said, emerging from the kitchen with Detective Harris. But combined with the testimonies of 7 other families, the financial records, and the medical reports, this is absurd. Vanessa grabbed her purse. I'm leaving. Actually, Detective Harris stepped forward. You're under arrest for elder abuse, theft, and fraud. As he read Vanessa her rights, the medical board representative approached Dr. Stevens. Your medical license is suspended pending investigation. Please surrender your prescription pad. Dr. Stevens looked shell-shocked. Ariella, this is a misunderstanding. I was only trying to help your mother. By prescribing medication that kept her confused and vulnerable? By signing off on legal documents when she wasn't competent? I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Save it for the judge. After they were taken away, Mom squeezed my hand. I knew something wasn't right, but I couldn't make anyone believe me. I believe you, Mom. Always. Over the next few weeks, news of the elder abuse ring spread through Millfield. More victims came forward. The community rallied around them, organizing support groups and helping recover stolen property. Mom improved dramatically on the correct medication. Her speech cleared, her energy returned, and she started attending her bridge club again. One evening, as we sat on the porch, she asked, When are you heading back to Chicago? I'm not. I've taken a remote position with my company. I'm staying here. Because you feel obligated? Because I missed you. And I'm not missing any more time. A letter arrived from Vanessa a month later. A lengthy apology begging for forgiveness and leniency at her sentencing. I tore it up without reading past the first line. Robert called with the news. Vanessa got 8 years for elder abuse and theft. Dr. Stevens lost his license permanently and faced his own prison sentence. Justice, Mom said when I told her. Now we can truly move forward. And that's exactly what we did. Would you have torn up Vanessa's apology letter like Ariella did? Or would you have read it? Is there ever a point where someone's actions are so unforgivable that their apologies don't deserve to be heard? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Has anyone in your life ever tried to apologize after causing serious harm? How did you handle it? If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more compelling stories about overcoming life's challenges. Your support helps us continue sharing these powerful narratives. Thank you for watching.